What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's safe, staying indoors, practicing social distancing. Do you have enough TP? Today I'm going to talk about something a little different. As the Fandom Menace historian, I've watched over the last 2 years several channels, creators, brands, people grow. I've seen a lot of imaginative ideas, creative people coming out of the Fandom Menace, but I have also witnessed the explosion that is Comicsgate, the explosion of creativity, the wonderful ideas, people networking, working together. I've seen the similarities and the differences. And one of the fundamental differences between our two hashtags, our two loose collectives of creators, is that for me, the Fandom Menace are the Centaurians at the gate. We are the one holding siege to these entertainment properties that have taken entertainment that we have loved, escapism that we have loved, in some cases for generations, and using it as a platform to espouse sociopolitical propaganda. Now, I think there's no doubt in that, from the way that creators have treated fans, from the way that we have been berated for not enjoying their subpar repurposing of our favorite franchises. I'm Fandom Menace to the bone, to my heart. I love the Fandom Menace, and I believe it is important for us to fight for our modern mythologies. But then I look over at Comicsgate. Comicsgate are the warriors of field. They are forging new empires. They are the George Lucases, the Gene Roddenberrys of the future. These are people who are also in a consumer movement, but have taken their route much different than we have, where we siege the castle while we wage war, siege these entertainment properties. Comicsgate is at war, forging new empires of creativity, networking. And both of these things, in my opinion, both of these directions are wonderful. When I see what the Fandom Menace is doing, what Comicsgate is doing, in my opinion, I look at the Fandom Menace as the natural consumer base for Comicsgate. Let me explain. My good friend, the Red Gaze, he is coming out very shortly, tomorrow I believe, with a novel called SunSworn. It's on Indiegogo. I'm going to leave a link to his Indiegogo below. The Red Gaze is Comicsgate. He's friends with the Fandom Menace. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for people like the Red Gaze reaching out to me to help me build my platform, my brand, so that I could get the word out about the Fandom Menace volumes, these things, this book, this series may well not have happened. Red Gaze is a good friend of mine, but he took his anger at the industry in a different direction. Whereas we had a myriad of voices speaking out for us against this, the politicization of our escapism, creating wonderful channels like Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic, Overlord DVD, World Class Bullshitters, and many others. The Red Gaze wrote. He used his creativity in a different venue. He took a world that he had built over 15 years and created an entire universe. It's a novel called SunSworn. He looked at what Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and all of the repurposers at Disney Lucasfilm, all of the toxicity that they spewed at us, the types of fans that they gathered that would create hate mobs and come after us, the original fandom. He took all of that toxicity, all of that, and he created with it because he's Comicsgate. And that is how his perspective enabled him to move forward. I'm going to show you a clip of the promo for SunSworn now, and I hope you enjoy it. When the Fandom Menace watched our heroes being defiled on screen, the heroes that rose were the voices that spoke out for us. People like Anna, people like Jesse, Mecca. All these wonderful channels that inspired many other people's creativity to create channels. What did the people in Comicsgate like Red Gaze do? Created art, created literature. This host of, this connection of pencilers and colorists and writers, these wonderful people, this loose collective, this confederation of individual voices, sound familiar? Came together to protect, support, and defend one another. They came together to create entire new worlds. And this is what the Red Gaze has done for us. Please check out SunSworn. I can't speak enough, I can't speak highly enough about how the inspiration that I get from people like Red Gaze. As much as I've gotten inspiration from people in the Fandom Menace, people like Midnight's Edge, that have inspired me to create. It is also Comicsgate that has inspired me as a writer to do what I have done. I can't speak highly enough about those boys and girls. Hail to Comicsgate. But Red Gaze created a book for us, SunSworn, a book that we should back. This is a consumer movement. Comicsgate is a consumer movement. These are the tying threads that we have with each other. I believe, Fandom Menace, it is our job not only to fight for our modern mythologies, but to support the Roddenberrys and the Lucases of the future. This is what we should do. So go to Comicsgate, go to any of those channels, find a book that you like, find art that you really enjoy, and back it. And if you are upset with the treatment of Star Wars under Kathleen Kennedy, under Disney Lucasfilm, then go back SunSworn, because this is a creator's answer to what Kathleen Kennedy has done to our favorite and most beloved franchise. Support the Red Gaze. Check out SunSworn. Get on the mailing list. The Indiegogo is going live very soon. Check out the panels for the visual companion. I believe Vinny Tardamella, the Boner King, hail the Boner King, put together the art for this. And please, support Comicsgate. As much as we support the Fandom Menace, and I am Fandom Menace to the core, I am your historian. And I am telling you, from everything that I've seen and the growth that I've watched, and the people and personalities that I have seen explode and grow, that it should be a charter, if we had one in our mandate, to support independent creators, people like the creators in Comicsgate. Hail to everybody. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Go find your favorite independent comic creator, your favorite independent writer, and support them. Retweet them. Get the word out. Hail to my brothers and sisters in Comicsgate. This is the Fandom Menace historian saying, wipe your ass, wash your ass, in peace.
Better watch having Steven in your house. He's going to be selling that stuff on the brown market.
No, I wouldn't show Steven where I live. No. We're at... this even's going to sound worse. We're at a hotel together.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a long
I'm
story.
touching his bed right now.
That should come light on the situation.